Hi there, guys. I am going to try to get through at least two videos before I have to go to work today. Um, the one I want to talk about right now, I'm hoping it will be kind of a short video because it's just something I want to explain. I think I know a lot of men don't understand a lot of things about women as much as they think they do, as much as they are listening to these podcasts, listening to very toxic, very hurt men, listening to men who they feel are experts, listening to men who they feel can give them the advantage to get women and so forth. When um, even though this is not what the video is about, honestly and truly are really just taking these guys' money and playing on their vulnerability and playing on the fact that they know that these men today listen to other men. And so um, I don't know, eventually maybe they'll see that one day. But for now, that's not the topic of the video. The topic of the video is um, the fact that there's so many men who really don't understand when a woman gets hurt, brutalized, gets dogged out, when a woman is unalived by men, when a woman is SA'd by men. I mean, all these things. There are, I think, a few groups of men. One group is the men that just don't like women, period. They say very horrible, disparaging things in the comments and things like that of those situations, those podcasters and things who talk about what has happened. Um, then there's the group of men, and that's it's a lot of those in this second group that really just don't get it. They really just seem like they don't understand. They seem like they're very just un just kind of detached from reality that those things happen, that those things happen to women, and that those things happen very often. And uh, then, of course, there are the men who get it, who understand, and who are like, yeah, these women need justice for what has happened. And to me, that is a smaller number than the second group of men. I don't have the statistics on it. I'm just going by what it seems to me. And I think the reason that these men don't get it and don't understand um, a lot of the brutality and a lot of how bad it is for the women is that they look at their friends, their homies, their other men, their peers. They look at them from the standpoint of which they know them. They hang out with their friends, they play video games with their friends, they go get a drink with their friends, they might go to the gym with their friends, they might um I mean men's relationships with each other are fun, it's cool, it's laid back. You can talk to him about probably other women, more than likely you're talking about women. Um and so it's just a cool relationship. And so when you have situations where one of your, a man has done something, and the people know him, other men know him, or even if it's just a peer, they a lot of times become very insensitive to the woman. Some of them will flat out just say she's lying. Many of them will flat out say she's looking for attention. Many of them will, yeah, she's looking for attention, or she's lying basically, or they just can't believe it because, oh, he's a good guy, or or he's successful. For some reason, men think successful men don't essay women, hurt women, or whatever, because they feel like they don't have to because they got money, and that's such a silly thing to say, because at the end of the day, the amount of money and sometimes even prestige and the access to money actually gives him more ability to do things to women. Because not only can he get off with lawyers and things like that, he is in a position, or he's in a stature in life where people really aren't going to believe that. And so it can happen a lot more easy. Um, but like I say, for whatever reason, men don't seem to get that. Um, but at the end of the day, they look at these other men as they look at their as when they look at them as homies, not realizing that your homie, your friend, the guy that doesn't treat women the way he treats you. Like, you and him, like I say, y'all play video games, y'all have fun, y'all cool with each other, like all of this stuff. And that's how you see him, that's how you know him. But when a woman brings an accusation against him, or if a woman, says he did something to her, or you just can't believe it, and will dog the woman out and say horrible things about the woman and to the woman, because that's your friend and you don't know him like that. And like I say, at the end of the day, your friend does not treat women the way he treat you. It's two different type of relationships, completely different types of relationships. And I think a lot of times men are so, because they feel like they get so much backlash. They feel like they get so much people coming at them and all of this stuff, which they feel is unwarranted. Some of it may be, but a lot of it is warranted. Um, and so they're just on the defense. They're just, they will just defend another man just because he's a man, and that's really the thing of it. They're not looking into stuff. They're not looking into why things are happening. Um, the next video that I'm going to make after this has a little bit to do with those passport bros, but not in the sense that everybody else is talking about them at all. Um, but here's one of the things. There's so many different topics about these passport bros. And at the end of the day, the average man, or the average man on social media, really is looking at it like, oh, black women mad, especially black women, because they're getting the opportunity to go to another country and find better women. Honey, no, 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 no. That's not it at all. First of all, most black women, if these men didn't say anything about it and make all these videos showing their past, nobody would know, nobody would care. Just get your passport and go. Like, nobody would know. And at the end of the day, whether you guys want to admit it or not, the reason that these men talk so loud, the reason that these men make videos about their attempts, or they're going to these other, is because they do want women to know. It's because they do want women to care. Is because they do want to hurt black women because they feel hurt for whatever, for I guess having to go. Um, and so they do want the attention. Um, but here's one of the things, and I'm not gonna make this video long. Um, I was on social media and a guy made a post about, let me see, was it even about the passport bros? I don't even think it was about the passport bros. It was about something else. And some guy in the comments brought up passport bros. And so what I said was, and it's out there, but it really shows how much a lot of these men don't read, don't follow what's going on with these hot topics. They just jump on social media and just start defending other men. And so the thing that I brought up was, I was like, do you realize and know that, this, especially this one particular guy, has gotten kicked out of the whole country, Brazil, because they feel as if he is trying to exploit sex tourism. And not only not only Brazil is really the thing. A lot of these Latin American countries are teaming up together against these passport bros, because at the end of the day, they feel as if it is encouraging sex tourism, and that's not what they want for their country. They don't want people coming to their country for that. That's not what they want for their women, you know. And it's just not a good look. And I know that they are teaming up together because I was on TikTok this particular time. And actually, I probably should have followed the guy, but the only thing about it is that he really only had one video about the passport bros. Like, the other stuff that he was talking about was pertaining to his country and, like Latin American news and stuff like that. So it really wasn't anything that I really needed to follow. And a lot of his stuff was in Spanish or Portuguese or what have you. But this guy had a special message to the passport bros, and that is exactly what this guy was saying. He was a white or Spanish looking man from one of those countries. And, I knew at the time, but I don't remember now because it's been about 3 weeks ago. But I found his video, and this guy was saying, basically, in essence, that you all are coming over here making our countries look bad, exploiting our women. And, Brazil is not the only country. Like, they are all banding together, teaming together to start making, I don't know, some type of legislation or something to begin to recognize these guys when they come over there, and recognize what they're coming over there for, and put a stop to it. Now, I don't know what they all going to do, but I know, like I said, that Brazil has in particularly kicked this one guy out, you know, and don't think these people don't know when you come over there that you're not American. And the way that some of these men are so loud with what they're doing, I'm quite sure they're coming over there making it known that they're Americans with American money. So I just can't believe that they all over say social media and holding up passports and all this stuff, and then getting over there and moving in silence. Like, I know that's not the case because we see the videos. So, but anyway, back to the point that I was making. I brought that up to this guy, and this guy was clueless, and all the other guys who were trying to team up against me under his comment were clueless about the whole sex tourism thing. The fact that this leader of and I forgot the dude's name. Not that it really matters, but yeah, I forgot his name. But this leader of the passport boat, the 23-year-old barber guy, uh, who was on GoFundMe asking people for money to even get over there and to move around and do stuff, you know. Um, but he was absolutely clueless. The other guys were absolutely clueless about that. Didn't see where it mattered. Didn't understand the implications. And it's just like, How are you saying that doesn't matter? Like, dude, that's a big thing. This dude, the Spanish guy who was making that video that I saw about all these countries teaming up together, this dude said that in Colombia, not, yeah, in Colombia in particularly, they're like, dudes, the men from Colombia over there are absolutely looking for these guys. They are robbing them, they are beating them down. They are, I mean, these guys are going over there clueless, just looking at the fact that there are some guys who are able to go over there and have sex. And because that's really all that they really want, they're not over there looking for wives. Now, that's not to say that all of them are not. Some of them maybe really truly are, and God bless them. But because of this, it is putting a whole stain on the whole movement. And now you have people who in those countries, and because you're clueless and not looking at the big picture, you're going to go over there unprepared and probably get yourself in a lot of trouble. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. So I'm not really worried about that part. You know, my point is that these men are defending Asphalt Bros and just this whole movement and everything because they're men, and they're really delusionally under the impression that black women are angry because they're doing it and because they feel like they're good men. Oh, black women are losing good men, and so they're mad and angry because we're going to other women. Ooh, they could be they could be no further from the truth, but it's that mentality. But as I say, blindly defending other men just on social media, it's just not a good look because, like I'm saying, you don't even understand and know what you're defending. You really don't. You don't even understand. You're just defending them because they're men, and it would behoove you to get some backstory on a lot of stuff. It would behoove you to start thinking logically and to start really doing a little bit more research behind people that you are defending. You can't just defend people just because they're a man or a woman, you know. And in this case, a man, you know. But like I say, that's what's happening. It's sad. And the point of this video is to say that you your homies, your friends, your buddy, just another black dude, y'all really have to stop just blindly defending them because these men really are treating women in a whole different way than from how they treat you as your buddy. And that's the video. And I think that does not happen. It's not happening, and it's not good, and it causes you to be very, very insensitive and very, very blind to the things that women are saying because they're your homie, they're your friend. One last story. I remember a it was somebody made a video. I think it was Willie D, who I used to actually listen to a lot. He's from Houston and everything. He's from Fifth Ward in Houston, which is where I'm from. And so was following him for a while, but I saw a lot of stuff in him and in his commentaries and stuff that I was not liking and agreeing with, and so I have unsubscribed from him for months. But I believe it was on his channel that something had happened to a woman. I think a woman got murdered or something like that. And he was talking about it. And the other men no, I think this woman had gotten beaten or something like that. And the other men in the comments was talking about, oh, she won't do that again. And, all this just making really uh, horrible comments about it and about her and black women in general and things like that. And, this one particular guy got on there and was saying something about how he didn't believe it. He's not going to believe that because that ain't the dude that he know. He had went to high school with that guy. And he was just like, yeah, no, that's not how I know him. I don't believe that or whatever. And that's the perfect example, because that's your friend, you know him, or you went to school with him, or he was in your neighborhood, or just whatever. And maybe y'all are friends, or y'all are acquaintances, or whatever. You don't realize, like I say, when a guy gets with a woman, he not playing video games with her for the most part. He not just going out having a homie buddy drink with him. Like, y'all ain't just meeting after work. You know what I'm saying? And just hanging out and kicking it. It's a whole different relationship when it comes to a woman. And so you don't know him in that aspect, you know? And like I say, because you don't know him in that aspect, it causes you to be very insensitive. And really at the end of the day, some of that stuff you shouldn't be saying anyway, because it's just insensitive anyway. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's the video. I've made my point. Leave a comment, please. You know, if you get exactly what I'm saying. Like the video, please, and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload new videos. So, you guys, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.